the book called The Other Side by Jacqueline Woodson. That summer, the fence that stretched through our town seemed bigger. We lived in a yellow house on the other side of it. White people lived on the other side. Mama said, "Don't climb over the fence when you play. It wasn't safe." That summer, there was a girl who wore a pink sweater. Each morning she climbed up on the fence and stared over the over at our side. Sometimes I stared back. She never sat on the fence with anybody. That girl didn't. Once, when we were jumping rope, she asked if we could play, and my friend Sandra said no, without even asking the rest of us. I didn't know what I would have said. Maybe yes, maybe no. That summer, everyone and everything on the other side of the fence seemed far away. When I asked my mama why, she said because that's the way things have always been. Sometimes when me and mama went into town, I saw the girl with her mama. She looked sad sometimes. That girl did. "Don't stare," mama said. "It's not polite." It rained a lot that summer. On rainy days, that girl on the fence in a raincoat, she let herself get all wet and acted like she didn't even care. Sometimes I saw her dancing around in puddles, splashing and laughing. Mama didn't. Mama wouldn't let me go outside in the rain. "That's why I bought you rainy day toys," Mama said. "You stay inside here where it's warm, safe, and dry." But every time it rained, I looked for that girl, and I always found her somewhere near the fence. Someplace in the middle of summer, the rain stopped. When I walked outside, the grass was damp, and the sun was already high in the sky, and I stood there with my hands up in the air. I felt brave that day. I felt free. I got close to the fence. That girl asked me my name. "Clever," I said. "My name's Annie," she said. "Annie Paul." "I live over yonder," she said, "by where you see the laundry. That's my blouse hanging on the line." She smiled. She had a pretty smile. And then I smiled. We stood there, looking at each other, smiling. "It's nice up on the fence," Annie said. "You can see all over." I ran my hand along the fence. I reached up and touched the top of it. "A fence like this was made for sitting on," Annie said. She looked at me sideways. "Mama says I shouldn't go on the other side," I said. "My mama says the same thing, but she never said anything about sitting on it." "Neither did mine," I said. That summer, me and Annie sat together on the fence, and when Sandra and them looked at me funny, I just made believe I didn't care. Some mornings, my mama watched us. I waited for her to tell me to get down from the fence before I broke my neck or something, but she never did. "I see you made a new friend," she said one morning. I nodded, and Mama smiled. That summer, Annie and I sat on the fence and watched the whole wild world around us. One day, Sandra and them were jumping rope near the fence, and we asked if we could play. "I don't care," said Annie, and we jumped. Sandra and me were partners, the way we used to be. When we were too tired to jump anymore, she sat up on the fence, all of us in a line. Someday, somebody's going to come along and knock this old fence down, Annie said. I nodded. Yeah, I said, someday. The end. I read this story to my good friend, Marianne.